Here are some expectations for the Eastern Conference for the 2024 NBA season.
Now, I'm not a fan of this particular player. However, it is good to see that this player is coming back and feeling really good about, his basketball skills. And I will say, I expect Ben Simmons.
Hey.
I expect Ben Simmons to get back
Mhm.
into the form and the notoriety that he had before he actually had his first injury. I expect that. I expect him to be a major contributor to the success of the Brooklyn Nets for the 2024 season. If you've watched him play the few games he's played in the preseason, it is hopeful. You can be hopeful that he will be that dude again. I think that now that the baggage has been released from him, he's going into a team with a coach that really seems to enjoy coaching younger players, right? New
Mhm.
scheme, new environment. I think Ben Simmons is going to be somebody to watch, and he may be a catalyst to why the Brooklyn Nets will maintain a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. So I expect much from Ben Simmons for the 2024 season.
Ooh, I am so happy to hear
I
it.
know, I
I
know, I
expect
know.
that too. I expect Ben Simmons will be a baller because that's who he is. First round
Mhm.
pick, rookie of the year. Don't get me started on Ben Simmons, but yeah. All right, so look, I expect the Washington Wizards, led by Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, to finally be one of the teams to watch in the Eastern Conference. And I think they will be top six in the East, along with the Celtics, Bucks, Knicks, Cavs, and the Brooklyn Nets. Yep.
What? What?
Hmm.
Top six?
Top six,
Now
Washington Wizards.
now I am high on the Wizards, but I don't know if I'm that high.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, if you watch a previous video we did, we talked about sleeper teams, and one of my sleeper teams is actually the Washington Wizards. Now you got them top six. I say at
Yeah.
least playing tournaments since they haven't seen it since 2021. But I'm not mad at the Washington Wizards. I think that Kyle Kuzma, this will be his year, right? Because if you get me started on why the Lakers let him go, I can go on for another 30 minutes. But I am
Hmm.
excited to see that he has this new young core playing with him. So yeah, I can get on. I don't know about the top six, but most definitely a team to watch in the East Conference. Yes, for
Hmm.
2024, absolutely.
Yeah, because Jordan Poole gets to finally be the big
Oh,
fish in a small pond. At first he
mm-hmm.
was a big fish in a big pond. Now we get to see what he's really made of. And then Kuzma, he gets to play with a willing passer and Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
Bradley Bill,
exactly.
not to shade Bradley Bill, but he shot the ball 35 times a game. Come on.
Uh huh.
Yeah. And then I am so high up on their rookie Bilal because he was like, we coming
I
at the
love it.
NBA draft. And I was like, yup, you sure are. So yeah, I'm looking, Washington Wizards. Hmm.
Okay, I can get with that. I can get with that. I expect the Sixers to shed the player, James Harden, from their roster
Mm.
by mid-season trade. I expect that. I think they need to do it. And the sooner they do it, the better off they'll be in allowing Tyrese Maxey to finally get his. I just think it's just time. James Harden will be there. He said he wants to play. He's there to play. But if relationships are severed, it makes it very difficult to have chemistry. And so if he's going to be hindering anything from Tyrese Maxey, I got a problem with it. So again, I expect that the Sixers will be trading James Harden, and I hope they do it sooner than later. So yeah.
Yeah, that's funny you said shed. Because the thing is though, who will the Sixers want Terrence Mann, and I don't think the Clippers are willing to give him up for James Harden and all the picks or whatnot.
Oh, you know what? Terrence Mann, yes, on the Sixers, I ain't mad at it. But for James Harden to
No.
the Clippers,
Mm.
don't do it. Bomber. Don't you allow them to do that. Oh no.
I know,
Mm-mm.
right? Okay. I expect Damian Lillard will get booed by the Portland Trailblazers fans at the Moda Center.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you'll have a difficult time playing with a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, his caliber, and playing on a team that basically has no egos. The Milwaukee Bucks, they're a championship team, and I think Damian Lillard's gonna have a hard time fitting into that.
You
I
think
watched him in
so?
preseason sitting on the bench and trying to, you got the Narcissus Antetokounmpo jumping up and down. You got these guys. I think Dame is just like, whoa, what did I get myself into? And I'm just waiting to see what it really looks like. Not preseason. I don't want to see that. I know he's going to be playing a couple of games in the preseason. No, I don't want to see regular season when it really counts. When
Hmm.
it's the last 2 minutes when it's supposed to be Dame time, instead is Giannis Antetokounmpo time. How is that going to look?
Hmm.
Hmm.
According to the sports media, they think that all it's going to do is one of the benefits of having Damian Lillard on the Milwaukee Bucks is going to open up spacing for Giannis. Just spacing. It's just all this spacing. Can we talk about that chemistry? It's all good right now. They ain't really gotten to the trenches yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know what? For me, the success of that trade, Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks, will not come to pass for me until the postseason.
Yep.
Because let's just be honest, the Milwaukee Bucks can get the top seed in the East without him. They do it every season.
Hmm.
So, Damian Lillard being there, that's great. I mean, perfect. They'll get the chemistry. But the success of that trade will not come to pass for me. This is for me until the postseason, because that's when they'll really need for him to show up. So we'll
Hmm.
see.
And I think guys that play in the Western Conference, especially Damian Lillard, a guy who does not really play defense, they have a hard time when they switch over to the Eastern Conference where teams don't score as many points. It's more of a grinded out type of basketball game. I just don't see Lillard fitting into that. I just don't
Hmm.
see it. And Giannis expects all heart and never to give up. And I don't know, that name is cut from that cloth. I just don't know.
I don't know. I'm glad that Damian Lillard has finally, removed himself from Portland. He didn't really want to be there. I mean, although he wanted to be loyal, but he had an opportunity somewhere else to go, and player movement should always be there. I have no problem with that. But I still am a little, just a tad bit salty when he got on that airplane in the bubble, and his team was still playing.
See?
I didn't like that. I didn't
Hmm.
like that. When they knew they were going to be eliminated anyway, and he was injured, unfortunately. But you couldn't hang out until they were done playing. You was gone in private jet.
Hmm.
Yikes! So yeah, so we'll see what that looks like, because they're hard hat lunchbox players we're talking about in Milwaukee, and so we'll see. We'll see.
Hmm. I expect the Boston Celtics to really miss the voice, the leadership, the skill set of not only Marcus Smart, but Grant Williams.
Yeah.
They don't have any more. They don't have a dog. I was like, oh, when they got Drew Holiday, I said, oh, okay, okay. Haven't been impressed with Drew Holiday this preseason.
But it is preseason. It is
It's
preseason.
preseason.
It is preseason. And Drew Holiday will give it to you on the floor. He just will not give it to you in the locker room. He's not going to be, they're not going to have that voice. I don't see him being that voice, as you mentioned, with Marcus Smart and Grant Williams. He's not that dude.
Mm-mm.
No. He's not that dude. He's like a Kawhi Leonard. I'm going to come play this game. I'm going to go into the house. I'll see
Yeah.
y'all tomorrow in practice. That's what he gives me, and again, I don't fault that. For me, as long as you show up and you show out, I'm cool with that. But I know that some fans like to see, i.e., you, like to see somebody that's going to be vocal. I get it. And he's not that guy. So, yeah, I can imagine that they'll be missing, or maybe not. Maybe they're like, good, now we can kind of get some peace and quiet. But they don't
Mm,
need it, though. They'll need somebody to be, who's going to be the cheerleader for them. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
No, I agree. That's good.